students, today I am going to take a class on the use of figures, some figures of speech. We normally find the use of figures of speech in literature, and you all know that literature is somewhat different from common language. Whenever a writer or a poet writes a poem, he normally uses figures of speech to make his poetry or writings attractive, striking, different from the normal writing. So the students of literature should have to know all the figures of speech better or well for the understanding of literature. But all the figures of speech are not possible to be discussed in a single class, and it is also not possible for me to discuss all the figures of speech in a single class, and therefore I have selected 6 figures of speech for discussion today. The first one that I would like to discuss is simile. Simile is commonly used figure of speech. Normally the poets usually uses this simile in their literature. And now we have to understand what is simile. Simile is a type of comparison which is found to be reflected in writings with the use of as or like. Whenever you will find a comparison between two things with the use of as or like, that is called simile. Suppose there is a sentence like this: the girl is as beautiful as a rose, or the girl is beautiful like a rose. Here you will find the simile in this sentence, because in this comparison between the girl and the rose, the writer has used as or like. In the poem of William Wordsworth, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, the title of this poem, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, is a simile, because the poet is making a comparison between himself and the cloud with the help of as or like. And that is why simile is a comparison with the help of or with the use of as or like. The second one is metaphor. Metaphor is also a comparison, but there is a difference between simile and metaphor. In metaphor, there will be no use of as or like. Without as or like, there will be a comparison. And if you find the comparison without the use of as or like, that is metaphor. If I give the example of the sentence that I had uttered in case of simile, in this way, it will be a metaphor. Suppose whenever I was giving the example of simile, I have told to you that whenever you will find the sentence like this, the girl is as beautiful as a rose, this is a simile. But whenever it will be a metaphor, the sentence will be like this: the girl is a rose. The girl is a rose is a metaphor, because here we do not find the use of as or like. Understand? So I think you have got the understanding of the difference between metaphor and simile. The third one is conceit. Conceit is also a comparison, and conceit can be both simile or metaphor. But the difference is there. In conceit, there will be the comparison between two dissimilar or two far-fetched things. That is called conceit. In conceit, there will be the comparison between two things which are normally not similar. And if I mention the poem The Good Morrow of John Donne, we will find the lover and the beloved are compared with 7 slippers. There is normally no similarity, but the similarity is only there because there is actually love. There is the love between the lover and the beloved, and there is the love between the 7 slippers and the God. And that is why there is a sort of similarity, but normally these two factors are different, and that is called conceit. So simile, metaphor and conceit, all these things, simile, metaphor and conceit, all these 3 things are actually comparison, but there are some differences in the midst of these three things. The fourth one is personification. That I would like to talk about. Personification. Personification is another important figure of speech which is frequently used in literature. Personification means to attribute the quality of a person into a non-personal thing. Whenever the non-personal thing or non-personal spirit is attributed with the quality of a person, that is called personification. I want that lonely as a cloud. Here, cloud is also personified because cloud is a non-personal thing which is compared with the poet, and there, in this way, the cloud is actually personified. If I tell a sentence or if I give a sentence like this, the road seems to be tired. In this sentence, you will find the use, of personification. The road cannot be tired. The traveler is tired, but the traveler is speaking in this way. The road seems to be tired, and this is called, a personification. Allusion is another figure of speech. So allusion is another figure of speech. Allusion means the reference of, the one kind of writing, or the reference of the character, or the reference of some lines from Bible, from other holy books, from other literature, from geographical books, or from any philosophical books in literature. Whenever a writer is writing a poem or some other type of writings, if he takes the references from other sources, from mythology, from religious books, from geographical books, from history books, or from some other sources, that is called allusion. In the good model, we have got the allusion because there we have got the reference of the seven slippers from Bible or from the holy book. And if we talk about the poem Ulysses, we have got the references of the characters from mythology, and that is allusion. In this way, we have got many allusions, references from otherwhere, and whenever you will find this type of things in literature, that is called allusion, and allusion is a very important factor in literature always. The last one of today's discussion is hyperbole. Hyperbole, that is the sixth one or the last one, which I would like to talk today. I would like to discuss today is hyperbole. Hyperbole means extravagance or exaggeration. Whenever a writer exaggerates at the time of expressing something, that is called hyperbole. And hyperbole is very much important because literature is not a factor only to talk something in a very normal way. Sometimes there will be the exaggeration or the extravagance. In I Wonder Lonely as a Cloud, the writer is talking about 10,000 daffodil flowers, but it is not possible for anyone to see 10,000 daffodil flower in one glimpse of eyes. But the poet is talking about the 10,000 daffodils, and this is called hyperbole, exaggeration. In case of representing any sort of feelings, in case of representing any sort of experiences, whenever the writer uses exaggeration or exaggerated statement, that is called hyperbole. And so today I would like to talk about, I have completed my discussion on these 6 figures of speech which are very much important for you to understand literature. I hope if you try to go through these things properly, now it will be possible for you to understand what these 6 things are. And with this expectation, I would like to complete my discussion today. Thanks to all of you for your patient hearing.